Welcome to another episode of DM's Coaching Series. Right now, I am here with Coach Terence.
Thank you, Jim. Good to be here.
Oh, yes, it is. When did you begin your journey in chess?
I first started playing chess when I was 6 or 7 years old. My brother and I got a chess set when we were living in England for a while, and we basically taught ourselves how to play by reading the instructions and moving the pieces amongst ourselves.
Did you learn about chess through reading or through YouTube tutorials?
When I learned to play chess, the internet didn't even exist. So everything I did had to be with books or talking to other people. In Jamaica at the time, I had some friends who were really strong masters, and some of those fellas even helped me learn to play in those days, as well as reading.
Can you tell me the name of the books that you use to learn how to teach chess?
I can't remember the specific name, but I can tell you one of the authors was Samuel Reshevsky, and the other author was Fred Reinfield. Those are two strong players, American players, who used to write a lot of books back in those days. I can't remember the name of the book, but I guess they were beginning chess books or just general chess theory.
When did you become a chess coach?
I first started coaching in 2007. I had been living abroad and I returned to Jamaica in 2005, and my children were going to a school called Mona Prep. At Mona Prep, I ran into some friends of mine who used to play chess with me back in the day, and they were doing coaching, and they encouraged me to be a coach, so that's when I started.
What made you make the decision to coach?
Well, I can give you a little background. After talking with some people, I realized that money could be made in this thing. That's why I decided to go with it. Also, I'm a sports guy. My father actually used to run some tennis tournaments back in the 70s, whereby we made a lot of money doing tournaments around the island, and I enjoyed that business. I was a child at the time, of course, but I saw the opportunity to go back into sports with chess, which made me very happy because I love sports. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to go into coaching, as well as the fact that I used to play in the school tournament, as with all other Jamaicans chess players growing up, because we've had the tournament around for a number of years. And when I saw my old school not being in the championship one year, I decided that I definitely had to be involved in chess so that I could get these schools, my school, back in the top of chess.
When did you realize that you wanted to coach chess over anything else?
When I went to the Chess Olympiad in 2018, even though I had been coaching for a while, I realized that I really enjoyed that kind of life. The tournaments, international travel. So when I came back home, I just gave up everything else that I was doing. I had some computer work and stuff I was doing, and I just started scaling that down, and I became a full-time chess coach.
Were you scared?
Scared me? No, stop. Why am I not afraid of nothing, you know? Where I come from?
What is your role within the St. Lucia Chess Federation?
Well, currently I am the ratings officer of the Federation. I joined the Federation in January of 24 when I came to live in this country. But I switched federations from the Jamaica Federation to the St. Lucia Federation in September. And because of that, I was able to be elected as an executive on the Federation Council. And so I'm the ratings officer, which means I manage all affairs to do with ratings, and I'm also the tournament chairman, and I run all the tournaments in the country.
In your roles, do you have to work under a lot of pressure?
Pressure? No. People think it's pressure, but I have been running tournaments in Jamaica for over 10 years, and I've been running tournaments here for 3 years. To me, a tournament is just like eating food. You know, it just comes natural to me. So I don't worry about pressure. Yeah, like I said, bad man, don't worry about pressure.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the Lions Chess Club?
The Lion Chess Club is the club I formed after coming to St. Lucia. I used to have a club in Jamaica called Brilliance Chess Club. But then when I came to St. Lucia and started doing chess and I had to start my own business, I had this card that I got which actually had a picture of a lion on it. And because the lion is actually my name, my letters, it's an anagram for my name, Lindo, which I actually thought about many years ago to talk about having a business with the name The Lion. So it just came natural, The Lion, and it's kind of like a Jamaican thing, The Lion, like the boy go down the road, and that's how I got that name.
Do you ever get bored of teaching chess?
No, chess is a great thing for me to teach. I enjoy teaching chess. I don't get bored because there's always something new to teach a student. In fact, they claim there's so many positions in chess, billions and billions of positions, that I could teach a different student a unique position every day without having to repeat any position. So you can't get bored with chess. It's about problem solving, finding things. It's like this puzzle on the board here. If white is to play, white wins. If black is to play, black wins. So your viewers can see if they can solve this puzzle afterwards.
What advice do you have for a young person who wants to pursue a career in chess?
I would tell them just do it, just go for it. If it's something that you enjoy doing, if you enjoy learning, because chess teaches you creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving. It really gets into your mind and gets you to be the kind of person that you probably should be. You have to be inquisitive and you get to meet a lot of people. If you play professionally or even you coach professionally, you might want to travel and you meet a lot of great people. I basically have friends all over the world. Any country I drop into, I just call up a chess person and hang out with them. And it's a real great thing. But yeah, I would tell any child now, take up chess, learn chess, and you can make a career in chess, teaching chess.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of playing chess?
Let's see the advantages. The advantage of playing chess is that it's a great game to help with your mental state. You can learn to focus, learn to strategize, you can meet people, you can learn a lot about yourself, you can find out how you are when it comes to pressure. Like me, I don't worry about pressure. You can, disadvantages about chess are that it can become all-consuming, and there are people who eat, sleep, and drink chess. They just can't get enough of it. There is, of course, stress when you're playing in a tournament if you're losing, but it can also be an advantage too because you get a lot of dopamine, so you feel good when you win. There is, of course, a lot of work you have to do in chess, so the disadvantage is that you have to spend a lot of time reading books, doing puzzles, working on stuff like openings. But they sound like disadvantages, but it's not really that bad.
How does chess apply to everyday life?
Well, we often say that chess is life, and chess is just like life. Or life is like chess. So chess teaches you to make a lot of decisions, because in life you always have to make a lot of decisions, as well as you have to learn from the consequences of your actions. So in chess, if you make a move on the chessboard, and you have to ask yourself, well, next guys, what do I do next? If I play this, he's going to take it. And if he takes it, what am I going to do? Well, I just take it back. So you have to know that and understand. And if you play the wrong piece, play this one and he takes it, and then you can't take it back. So we learn from chess how to make good decisions and to understand what our consequences are.
How do you think that chess has evolved over the past 10 years, and how do you think it's going to evolve in the future?
Over the last 10 years, what has happened with chess is that we've gotten into the computer revolution. Computers are being used a lot for people to learn how to play chess and for them to analyze chess, as well as we have also what we have with the internet and using the internet to broadcast chess to a larger audience, as well as people playing chess online in what we have this thing called a hybrid format, where people can actually play in official tournaments. You sit in your house or your center and you play people online, and the tournaments are organized as if people were in real life. So that has been happening over the last 10 years, and a lot more that will happen in the next 10 years. Another thing that will happen is we'll have shorter time controls, faster games. Once upon a time we used to have test cricket. Everybody loved test cricket, but the sponsors want more people to watch, so they want the game to be more exciting. So we invented T20 cricket, quicker cricket, faster time control. Same with chess. We have rapid chess, blitz chess. As a result, more people watch the games. The games are faster and more exciting, and that is where the industry is tending to go.
How do you incorporate artificial intelligence into chess?
Artificial intelligence, AI. Personally, I don't like AI. I prefer natural intelligence, because when people think for themselves, creative thinking, critical thinking, it really helps humans. Computers are useful, there's nothing wrong with that. What other people have been doing is they've been able to make lessons from the AI, so they can teach. They have written books using AI. But again, like I said, it's a matter of natural human creativity. The computer can only do so much, but it's so much more for a human to be able to see what he's doing and think and be creative. Like the move you just made, it's a creative move, and I can be even more creative and take your piece. Because I can use my mind to try and trick you into something and get some kind of advantage. Yes, the reality about artificial intelligence, in my opinion, is that it's just a fad and it'll be gone in a few years. A lot of people will be still into it because it helps them in their world, but it's really a lazy man's way of doing things, you know. And you gotta be creative, and you gotta be the kind of person who uses your head. And computers are computers. They're not human, and they never will be.
What do you think is the biggest misconception that people have about chess?
People think chess is boring, but until you get into something, you don't realize how exciting it can be. Football, I think football is boring. People run up and down on the field for 90 minutes, don't even score a goal. But once you get into it, you realize how exciting it can be. The short time controls, the pressure, even the long time you spend thinking about a great move, it can really build on you, you know. You could have stress and pressure and excitement. Just the other day we finished the candidates tournament. It was 14 rounds, 2 weeks of chess, people playing 6-7 hour matches, and everybody was watching it with bated breath to see who would win to become the challenger to the world champion. And once you get into chess, you realize that there is a completely different world. And so once you get into chess and you realize that you can strategize and think and do all sorts of different things, you realize that it's very exciting.
Where do you reach chess?
Chess is a war game. It's a dynamic struggle between two minds. And my goal is to destroy your king eat up all your forces and make you bend the knee. That's what chess is. It's a fight to the death.
I'm already ready for war.
War? You are? Good. Well, you won this one. Congratulations.
If there's one piece of advice that you give to your younger self, what should it be?
Go back in time and tell myself something. I would tell myself to come to St. Lucia earlier. I love this. Realize that, but like in chess, you only get one chance to make a move, and you have to make the best move. You can't redo it. So you have to live with the consequence of your actions. But I'm really happy about all I've done over my life, and I can't really complain.
And why did you agree to do this interview?
But why not, Liam? You're my student, you're my friend. I like to talk about myself. And it's about chess, and I love chess. Chess is a great game. Maybe I wish I had not stopped playing chess for 20 odd years. I'd be an international master now, but that's life. These things happen. I really appreciate what you're doing and wish you all the best with the rest of your struggle. La luta continua. Struggle continues.
Thank you for being a part of this interview.
You're welcome, Liam. Thank you for having me. And make sure you guys check out my Instagram page, D-Lion Chess on Instagram. And you can see all the tournaments that the Federation is putting on and the tournaments I'm putting on and all the chess resources that might be available. Thank you again.